ready for this? You are going solo on a full VFR flight. From takeoff to touchdown, it's all you. You'll be departing Flagstaff Pulliam Airport, handling every navigational step on your way to Sedona. It's the return trip from your previous lessons. You'll be flying over the same landmarks. You remember them? The highway, Munns Park Golf Club. Choose whatever you're confident with. Dead reckoning, landmark navigation, or both. This is what you've trained for. Just remember everything you've learned. And most of all, enjoy the ride.
Okay, right. This is the second time I've attempted this. It's a VFR challenge in Flight Sim 2020. First time I got 7,300 points, which is a B. I'm going to try and better that. It's all about, the main reason I fell down is not maintaining 75 knots whilst getting to 8,500 feet above this runway. So that climb is critical to the success of this little bit of work. So let's get on with it. So full throttle, brakes off, and away we go. So you get these objectives popping up on the left and the nav log. Put it across on the right hand side to give me maximum visibility of what's going on. So center line, airspeed is active, bouncy. We're getting to 55 knots, but I want to keep the nose down to build some speed up. There's 55 knots, 60 knots. Gently rotate there, and straight away you get objectives of maintain 75 knots and reach 8,500 feet in the vicinity of this airport. So it is imperative that you get your speed up. And currently I'm only at 65 knots and I'm pretty much straight and level. So how the hell do I get more speed out of this thing? Do I have to lean the engine because we're at... Maybe I do actually, maybe you do. No, that's probably too much. I've not got... So let's circle... I can't even get 75 knots out of this thing. Throttle is in full. Knots, full throttle, 200 feet per minute climb, which is nothing. I'm never going to get 75 knots. Come on, I'm going to have to dive a bit. Knots, come on. There's the airport, so we're just going to have to... I don't know what to do here. I can't lean the engine much more. So there's 75 knots and I am doing 100 feet per minute of climb, which is a joke. If I push it any more than that, I'd drop 75. So that's 75. Let's try and keep the nose down. Just climb in. I should be maintaining the runway heading here actually, but this is difficult, man. It's about 200 feet per minute is all I can manage here. I mean, that's ridiculous. It took me a week to get to 8,500. Can't push it at all. And this is painful. Is literally 100, 150, 200 feet per minute. No, I've lost it again. I've got a bit more to play with now. I've got 80 knots. So try and eke a few more feet out of this thing. There's 8,000, got 500 feet to go. Hopefully I'll get that when we next come across the runway. Wow, this is crazy. I've never actually done any of these challenges before, even though they've been in there since I got the sim, which is years ago. I've never done any of these actual basic fly-in challengey things or sort of tuition bits. They are quite difficult and quite challenging. They're worth a go. Right, we're nearly there, so by the time I've lost speed again, so by the time we get back over the runway of the airfield, we should be at 8,500 and ready to set off. There we are. Oh no, hang on. Is that 8,500? It is, yeah, come on. Okay, so we've got 8,500 there. So set our cruise attitude. There, come down a few revs, 2,300, which is about there. Should have gone over the centre of the runway. So we know exactly our position. And start the stopwatch. We should be heading 164. So we're heading for the golf club. We need to maintain 8,500 feet. We're following the highway here down below us to get to the airfield. The golf club, golf course, Munns Park Golf Course, which is our next waypoint. And we must maintain 8,500 feet, which is there. Now the ideal thing here would be to use the trim out for 8,500, which I'll try and do. Just try and set. It's quite tricky in the sim because you can't actually feel the feedback. But there we go. I think that's trimmed reasonably. A little bit nose up still. Right, a few adjustments on that. So we're a few little clicks away from being reasonably well trimmed. We're following the highway here to get to Munns Park golf course, and when we get to the golf course we then set a heading or reset our stopwatch for Sedona, the airport, on a heading at 222 degrees, which is off to our right slightly. But first it's to get to the golf course. Now this whole thing is timed, so they're kind of expecting you to, maintain good speed, 80 knots at least, 2,300 RPM on the RPM, and maintain your height at 8,500. And I'm creeping up a little bit on the height there, so I'll just trim my nose down just ever so slightly, still maintaining contact with the highway. Yep. We are again, still got a little bit of nose up, fraction, give it another nudge. It's pretty tricky trimming it for level flight. Up again, we're maintaining 80 knots thereabouts, which is good. I do need to keep nudging the nose down every so often on the trim. The golf course is up ahead on the left, I believe. So yeah, that nose just keeps creeping up. Nudge it down a bit, which should give us a little bit more speed, but only until it levels out. We are 2,350, I suppose, RPM, which is maybe why. Maybe I'll just back that ever so slightly. Made a lot of difference. Still following the highway. It's reasonably level, but then the VSI just sticks its little nose up again and tries to climb, and then settling down. With its ending again, just doesn't want to settle itself. Anyway, we shall maintain our contact with the highway. Maintain 80-ish knots, 85, which is good. 8,500 feet. So the golf course is over there, over to our left. The road takes a bit of a left turn here. So we'll just slightly to our left with it. is the golf course. Our height's looking pretty good now. 85 knots, 2,300 RPM. There is the golf course, so I should head directly to it really, as we're doing a VFR test. I don't need to worry about all the other things in the way. If that's the golf course, that's where I'm going. A little drop fight as we turn the corner, but not too much. And there we go. There's the golf course. So we head to the golf course. Once we're over the golf course, we can then reset our clock. In fact, I can reset it now, because I don't need to keep that as an ETA. And I'll start it again when we hit the golf course, and then we've got 5 minutes to get to Sedona, which is our airfield. And I'm dropping a little bit of height here, which is not brilliant. Just nudge us back up again. So we're looking at a heading of 222 degrees, which is off to my right, for 5 minutes. And we'll do that once we get to overhead the golf course. So there we go. We will start the clock and head for a bearing of 222 degrees. Maintaining our height. It's 210, 215, 220. In the middle there somewhere, 220. Just fractionally to the right, left even, the other right, you know the one. So I have restarted the stopwatch, so I don't know why this thing's sitting there like that. Our speed is good. Our heading is good. See the beacon for the airport up ahead. So we are heading in the right direction. Just need to maintain altitude, and so the approach to the airport is going to be drop from 8,500 to 6,500. 6.5. If I know the altitude of the airport, which I don't, and it doesn't bloody tell you. But we need to basically drop some height when we get closer. Basically, when this thing says, ooh, your new objective is to get to 6,500, we basically come off the throttle and got itchy knee, and drop our height down and overfly the centre line of the airfield, or the middle of the airfield, and we sort of then join the downwind leg of the circuit, which is a left-hand circuit. So what we could do is reduce the power just a fraction. Getting a little bit high there, so we'll just take the power off a little bit. So you can actually see the airfield, it's quite a bit below us. So I think if I was doing this myself, I would be starting to reduce my height by now. So I'm still at 8,500, 80 knots, 2,200 RPM. The airfield is dead on the nose. I really want to descend. Yeah. If I do that, I'm gonna descend. Maintain 8,500. It's just tore me off, look, by not staying in the green. It's annoying. I'm there, man. Alright, I'll stick to the 8,500. I'm very high. Very high. Come on. Right, I've got, this is a massive descent now, look. So I'm going to put some flap in, power off, choke all the way in, fly over the runway centre, and then try and make sure that I am low enough to join, because my speed is going to be way too high. Mega flap to keep my speed down. I may have to take that off at some point. So I've got to get down to 6,000 feet and then turn left towards 120 degrees. Let's do that. 6,000. Throttle back in. And be downwind of 2-1, which is the other end. So maintain 6,000 feet. Probably a little bit more throttle required now. Just keep us in the right frame of mind. There's our airport. This is the direction we're going in. wind. Roll out on 30 degrees ish, about there. So 6,000 feet, 60 knots. It's saying 80 knots. Okay. The minute I give you 80 knots, I'm going to have to reduce quite drastically. Base leg, get my speed down to 65, which is about 1400 RPM. So it just will not come down. Speed down. It's a very short base leg. On 65, nearly on 65 knots. Nearly 65 is coming up. There we go. Now we should maintain 65 knots, 60 knots, 65 knots all the way in. We may need a little bit more flat, and there we go. So let's see if we can do a reasonable landing. I think we're a bit high here. Well, it's a very long runway, but very high, but steep, and we'll flare there and get the speed down, stick to the center line, get the nose coming up, look at the end of the runway, bring the nose up, and keep pulling back, a little left rudder, up, and a reasonable landing there. We are a bit way down the runway. Never mind. Okay, let's see what she says now. What's she gonna say now? There you go, I've stopped.
Wow, great job.
Oh.
Some people say the sky's the limit. I say it's just the beginning.
Oh, sky's the limit. Yeah, baby, we got an A. We're going to take that. We are going to take that.